Then we move on to the AFC South, easily the strongest division in the AFC this coming year is, in my eyes. The Texans will have a 12-4 record. Now, they had a big notable loss in DeAndre Hopkins. Really did. But they got Brandon Cooks and they got David Johnson. Now, not a ton worth it, as they lost more than they got. And David Johnson hasn't really been all up and at him lately. And Brandon Cooks is no DeAndre Hopkins. But I do believe that they still have a solid team. They still do. And I do believe that they have a very well ability to reach a 12-4 record. I see it very possible with that team. A lot of people are freaking out that DeAndre is gone, but they got Brandon Cooks. They have another deep threat. That's not gone. They still got Will Fuller, still got Brandon Cooks. Now, they don't have a DeAndre Hopkins. I know. I get it. I get that that's scary. I get that that's bad. But the simple fact that they got Brandon Cooks back, I think, really lowers how bad that DeAndre Hopkins loss is going to kill them. So then you move on to second in the AFC South, and it's the Jaguars at 9-7. And I like the offensive coordinator firing, and I believe Minshew Mania will continue. And they gained Cassius Marsh at linebacker, and they gained cornerback Rashawn Melvin, Tyler Eifert. I feel like Minshew's second year will be the year for him to jump forward into a solid 9-7 season. And then we move on to third. And this is interesting because the Titans will make the playoffs, but they only make it because of the 7-team playoffs now. If it weren't for the 7-team playoffs, I don't believe that the Titans would make it. They will have a 9-7 record, I believe. Now, they kept a lot of the same team around, didn't make too many big-name new signings, and I feel like a season worth of film. Later, I feel like teams will find a better way to force the Titans to throw the ball a lot more often, and Tannehill just got a lot of money. Often in football history, when you pay out for a quarterback who is not super proven, and they didn't pay out the butt for him, but they did pay him a lot of money, more than anyone would have thought Ryan Tannehill would be getting 2 years ago, they usually don't do too well following. And it'll be interesting to see, but I honestly don't think Ryan Tannehill is going to be able to do that well next year, and I don't believe that Derrick Henry is going to continue to be as dominant. The Colts are 5-11 and last. They got a good boost to the D-line in Buckner, but I don't feel like Rivers or Brissett will be able to get the job done. I feel like Rivers, he's really not, didn't show a lot of promise last year. He threw a lot of interceptions, and frankly, he's old. And I don't think Brissett is much of a better option than Rivers, and I just don't feel like Rivers is going to be able to adapt to a whole new team quick enough to be able to put up a good season. I say 5-11. I don't think they'll be able to get the job done in the quarterback position.